Sewing of side seam and bottom hem for the uniform shirt. As we have finished sewing a simple placket, collar, pocket, and joined the front and back pieces and also attached the sleeves to the uniform shirt, we will now sew the side seam and the bottom hem. At the end of the session, you will be able to join the side seam with the French seam, sew the bottom hem for a uniform shirt. Let's first familiarize with the tools and materials required to join the side seam and sew the bottom hem. They are uniform shirt piece, matching thread, measuring tape, small scissors, and sewing machine. Now let's see how to join the side seam with the French seam. For that, place the shirt front on top of the shirt back with the right sides outside, aligning the side seams. For one side, start sewing from bottom along the side seam with a 1/8 inch seam allowance till it reaches the sleeve. Repeat the same for the next side by sewing from the sleeve towards the bottom with a 1/8 inch seam allowance. Now turn the shirt with the wrong side out and press the seam. Now stitch along the folded edge with a 3/8 inch seam allowance, starting and ending with a reverse stitch. Repeat the same for the other side also. Thus we have joined the side seams of a uniform shirt with a French seam. Now we can sew the bottom hem. Open the shirt with the wrong side out and fold the cut edge of the bottom hem 1/2 inch upwards and press the fold. Fold 1/2 inch upwards again and press the fold. Start sewing with a reverse stitch and sew from the folded edge until the fold for the hem. Now turn around and sew next to the edge to the other end. And again turn and sew until the fold and end with a reverse stitch. Thus we have completed sewing the bottom hem for a uniform shirt. In this session, we have learned how to sew the side seam with the French seam and bottom hem for a uniform shirt. Before we conclude, let's take a look at the key steps involved in sewing the side seam and bottom hem for the uniform shirt. They are: Step 1. Sew the side seam with a French seam. Step 2. Sew the bottom hem. With that, we've come to the end of this session.